This program is proudly brought to you by the VAFA Live Official app. With live scores, team stats, player stats and much more. Everything you need for the VAFA in the palm of your hand. Download it from the App Store or Google Play now.
Hello viewers, Dom here for Complete Sports Manager here at Melbourne Uni Oval, where we've seen Uni Blues defeat St Bernard's by 65 points after a pretty even first half. I'm here with the Victoria's coach Heath Jamieson. Well Heath, eventually you were able to get a pretty convincing win, but you can see the first 4 goals of the match against St Bernard's winning goalless at quarter time. You were then eventually able to get the game back onto your terms by the second quarter and then eventually hit the front in the third quarter after a really consistent arm wrestle. What did you say to the boys after giving St Bernard's a 4-goal head start at quarter time and then ultimately getting the game completely on your terms and then running away with a 65-point win?
Yeah, look, I thought just early in the game, St Bernard's completely outworked us. I thought their effort and intensity around the footy was far greater than ours. And, you know, the competition's so even. If you allow someone to come out and dictate the game like they did, they're going to score. And to St Bernard's credit, you know, 4 goals to 0 at quarter time. Yeah, but they just had all the running. They brought the effort. They brought the intensity early. We wanted to not match them in the rest of the game. We wanted to make sure that we could raise that. And, you know, I thought it was a different side that we saw after quarter time. And to the boys' credit, you know, they dug themselves out of a little bit of a hole, which is a good sign also.
Eventually you were able to get the last 14 goals of the game unanswered and you were able to keep St Bernard's goalless after half-time. Does this give you a lot more confidence in your side knowing that you're capable of producing a performance like that, or did you think deep down you were capable of something like this?
Oh, look, you know, we're happy with the way things are at the moment, but the reality is it's a round 4 win. But, you know, the way that we're winning is good, but, you know, it's up to us to continue to raise the bar. You know, we know sides are going to always come at us. You know, it's always going to be a tough battle. The competition's too good to rest on, you know, 4 wins after round 4 and think that you've done something. So we want to make sure that every time we play footy, you know, it's to the best of our ability, but not only, you know, not only have we got a side here that we think are capable of having a good season, but if you bring effort and intensity and add that with the mix of players that we got, you know, we feel that we will be a pretty good footy side.
Looking forward to next week. You've got St Kevin's away, which should be a very interesting contest. Looking forward to 2 very strong sides going head-to-head next week. How would you recover from today's win and then look forward to facing St Kevin's next week in round 5?
Yeah, we really look forward to the challenge that St Kevin's will bring. You know, they've obviously been the best side in the competition for the last few years. So, you know, that's something that we want to work towards, and we look forward to the challenge that they'll bring out at their home ground.
Well, thank you for the time, Heath. Congratulations on the win today, and we'll see you again next week.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thanks, Dom. I'm here with St Bernard senior coach Mark Riley. Bomber, it was a really encouraging first half for the boys, and then Uni sort of got away from you. They kicked the last 14 goals of the game. Where do you see that the game really changed in the second half?
Well, they got on top in, it's not a great angle we're on here, looking at that scoreboard, 17-10 to 6-11, particularly when it was 4 goals to us to 0. Look, they got on top in every area of the game. They started to beat us around the contest. Even early when we were in front, we were winning the contest, but our methodology going forward wasn't great. And so our goals were very labour intensive. And in the second quarter, we just turned the ball over out of defence, and a lot of that was unpressured. You know, I think after half-time, they beat us the contest, they beat us in the pressure, and their spread gave us a real donkey licking there. So the 3 major facets of the game, with the ball, without the ball, and then the run, yeah, they slaughtered us. Their methodology was really good. So the game gives you feedback. We've been going okay in the first 3 weeks without the ball. But our methodology to score and going forward was still not great, and it really got exposed today.
Obviously, a lot of people will just look at the scoreboard and say it was a significantly easy win for Uni, but it was only a 19-point margin at 3/4 time. Is there something you can really work on as how you boys sort of fell away, or is it just a matter of fitness and skill?
No, it's never one thing. It's always a myriad of things. I think, the scoreboard ticking over gives you what the great Lee Matthews used to define as emotional nourishment. So when you're working hard and you're battling, you're winning the hard ball, you're tackling, and if the scoreboard's not ticking over, then all of a sudden one of your teammates kicks it to the oppo or gives away an undisciplined 50, and it results in scoreboard nourishment for the oppo. It can zap you. And at three-quarter time, we were 6-9 down, but we were battling away. And then the first 7 or 8 minutes of the final quarter, the ball lived in our forward 50, and we had 3 or 4 chances to score. Now, they weren't clean and easy, but, how often do you see that in football? The chaser has the ball at their end, bite, kick, scratch, try and make a goal. We weren't good enough to, and then the opposition were good enough to transfer it with nice, neat counter-attack play to the open side and score. And then with about 10 minutes to go, the floodgates just opened up. They spread from stoppages. They really got us on the outside, and every kick and handball they made, because our pressure was pretty ordinary at that stage, hit its target or went through the goals. So whilst it's a flogging, there's no shying away from that. The scoreboard was representative of their class with the football, and ours wasn't very good, but it wasn't representative of the contest and of the pressure for most of the day.
And so, Old Melburnians next week at home. We saw Harry Kennedy come off. Is there any injury concern at the moment, or is it just sort of sore?
Yeah, we lost a couple today, and we lost a couple during the week, but that's a part of football, isn't it? Harry was doing a very good job on green, and he's a good half-back and a good long kicker, a good user of the football. So, we lost a couple today, so we're down to 2. And to be completely honest, we're probably playing a couple that are a bit underdone. So when you lose a couple and then play underdone blokes, you really can get shown out on the spread and run. And to Uni Blues' credit, they just smacked us in that area in the last 15 minutes of the game.
Yeah, well, thank you for joining us, Bombers. Wrapping up here for Complete Sports Management, where Uni Blues have run out 65-point winners over St Bernard's.
This has been another Complete Sports Management production.